Closing bell, we are about 5 minutes away. We do have the markets on solid footing at the moment. We do have the Dow up 176, the S&P gaining 44, NASDAQ up 202, Russell 2000 up 0.5%, transports up 1.5%. All right, are we ready to invest like a billionaire? Okay. Well, quarterly filings reveal that Warren Buffett's last stock buys and sells before moving from CEO to chairman of Berkshire Hathaway involved new positions and new sales. He took a position in the New York Times, adding a small $351.7 million stake in the media company in the fourth quarter of last year. The stock hitting a record today. It is up 2% at the moment. Berkshire sold more shares of Apple, marking the third straight period that the company has reduced its stake in the iPhone maker. They still have a huge stake, though, but trimming stakes in Amazon and Bank of America as well. It's not dinging those stocks. They're all in the green. Today's countdown closer is bucking Buffett on all three. SlateStone chief market strategist Kenny Polcari. What do you mean bucking Buffett? Tell me.
Listen, you made the point. Yes, he's trimming. And if you go look at the charts, he was really trimming closer to their highs. He still owns significant positions. Yeah. He owns $25 billion worth of Apple and $60 billion still of Bank of America. Everyone's making like, oh, my God, he sold these stocks.
He's on the phone, Kenny. He's annoyed.
Yeah.
He's calling you.
He's listening. But what I'm saying is, okay, it's great. But in my mind, he's just sticking to his discipline. He has a target. It hit it. So he starts to peel some off. It's not like he's out. It's not like he's saying, oh, my God, light my hair on fire. He still has massive positions in these names. And look, when you're trying to manage $1.3 trillion, you gotta be a little bit disciplined. And so I have no issue with what he's done. I think it's great. I think it's typical Warren Buffett.
He is the most disciplined. Time after time when I've interviewed him, he says, Liz, anybody can do what I do. Oh, really? But they haven't, Warren. He said they can follow every step, but they tend to slip off the ladder when it comes to discipline. They fall in love with stocks or they sell too early. That is the issue, right?
That's absolutely the issue, is that people, and listen, and I will admit, I'm one of those people, like I fell in love with my Apple. It's hit my target, but I won't sell it because I keep saying, well, you know what? I've done my analysis again. I go, it's going higher, so I'm not going to sell it. So I'm guilty of not following my complete discipline personally. But you're absolutely right. People get married to it. They don't do it. They can't see it anymore. And so that's when they start to make mistakes.
Well, Apple, it was $280 5 days ago, or now it's 264. It's all over, it's below 4 trillion market cap. Poor babies. Still at about 3.8 trillion. All right. So what's your Buffett-esque play, Kenny? What stocks do you start to pick up at this point?
I've got a handful of them, and if you just look just at the tech sector, right, the XLK is down 10%, but if you look at the names underneath, Amazon's down 24%, Apple's down 8%, Palantir's down 40%, ServiceNow's down 40%, Salesforce is down 38%. These are massive moves in these names. They're in bear market territory. These stocks are not going anywhere. You have to just be very strategic. So I think NVIDIA, right, down 12%. Any of those names, I think you could certainly start to, if you don't own them yet, now's a good time to start to buy them. If you own them, then now's a good time to start to add to them, again, being very strategic, right? I also like the financials. Look what's happening there. Now, that group is only off about 8%. The names I like, JP Morgan and Bank of America, are also off. Interestingly, 8% as well. But they're also names that on a pullback, if they get down double digits, those are absolutely two other names I'm buying. Look, I'm a baby boomer, right? So I'm towards the end of my time here. And so I'm going to tend to stay with the bigger names, right? The large cap names, the biggest names in all the spaces, thus the names that I gave you.
No, you should say you're a geriatric Gen Z. That is a thing now.
Well, I don't consider myself geriatric yet. I'm still a boomer, right?
Let me tell you, geriatric Gen Z means 28 years old. I learned that from my niece, Alexandra.
Oh, a geriatric Gen Z.
Yeah, she doesn't. She's like 26. I don't want to be a geriatric Gen Z. Kenny, it's great to see really quick because we got about 15 seconds left. Yeah. Have we seen the bottom of the software slide?
So I think we've seen most of it. I think we've seen the bulk of it. Now, look, if we get some event that's going to cause the whole market to back off, then I think you're going to see everything back off. But there's been a lot of damage done in the semi space, right, in the software space. So I think if they're going to start to hit something, they're going to start to hit some of the other names. So yes, I'm getting more comfortable with where the pennies are.
Kenny Polcari, he needs more energy. Let's hook him up with the Williams Company to get more energy going. Markets closing in the green.